with hopefully an answer to that. Grace?
Yeah, so Jenny, we are tracking our weather impact alert as it goes into effect tomorrow into our Friday morning. We are awaiting that rainfall. So far, so good. We haven't seen too much across the region just yet today, but as we head into the next several hours, that's when we're going to be watching for some isolated spot shower and thunderstorm activity this afternoon. So for right now, we're at 80 degrees at the airport, quite steamy. Camp Mabry just under 80 degrees right now. Dew points at 69 degrees, 72% for that relative humidity. We've got clouds being reported back all across the region today, but you'll see no rainfall, even a little bit of sun over towards Fredericksburg. We've got the 70s and 80s on the map right now, but we will be tracking those temperatures downward as we head towards this weekend. So we're seeing these two low pressure systems. These are going to congeal over the next 24 hours or so, and of course make their way east, and is going to impact our rain chances here as we move into our Thursday. So our hourly forecast, we'll see a lot of cloud cover as we head into this afternoon. Warm temperatures on tap in the mid to lower 80s once again. And it won't be until later tonight after dinner time that we start to see those rainfall chances peak up to about 20 to 30%. And then we increase those rain chances even further for Thursday morning. For some spots, not for all spots. So we'll take a look across the map when I come back.
All right, a lot going on. Thank you for monitoring our weather. Grace, thank you. The council.
Welcome back to KVUE News at midday, everyone. We are under a weather impact alert Thursday into early Friday. We're also under a flood watch for that exact time. So that goes into effect at midnight tonight and will extend through 6 a.m. on Friday. You can see our highlighted counties. I-35 out to the west includes much of the kind of south and west Texas hill country there. Anywhere from 1 to 3 inches can be expected, potentially up to 6 inches when all is said and done. But this is going to be not one wash of rain. It's going to be multiple rounds of rain at different times during the day. So you're going to want to pay attention to the forecast. So for right now, most of those temperatures in the upper 70s across the region. We are seeing just a little bit of rainfall coming in from Hallettsville. That'll pass into Fayette County here in the next hour or so. But other than that, seeing very quiet conditions on the map as we head into the next couple of hours here. It won't be until later tonight that we start to see that major risk for rain, mostly in the hill country. So looking at downtown, you can see that cloud cover overhead. Also from our tower cam in Westlake Hills, things are looking very muggy out there. 79 degrees coming in at Camp Mabry. We'll warm temperatures into the lower to mid 80s and keep that cloud cover around for most of the day. However, we will be majority dry until we head into the night tonight. So you'll see those rain chances pick up to about a 20 to 30% chance as we head towards those afternoon, evening, kind of dinner time hours. But as we shift into our Wednesday, you'll see that we're not expecting a whole ton of rainfall right now for our Wednesday. Look at 5 p.m. We've got 80s on the map. We've got 70s on the map. We've got clouds. We've got a little bit of rain, but you'll see it won't be until Thursday, early morning. So passing into early morning Thursday, still nighttime for everyone, that we start to see that scattered shower look and storm look out towards the hill country. Now, as we shift into 2:30 p.m. on Thursday, you'll see that a couple of rounds went across those hill country regions. By 2:30, we'll start to see some of that activity move closer to the I-35 corridor. So as you're making your way back from work or school from 5 to probably 8 p.m. tomorrow evening, that's when we're expecting a lot of activity here close to home in the Austin region and along the I-35 corridor. So make sure you remember that time frame. Again, 5 to about 8 p.m. on Thursday afternoon. And then as we head overnight into early Friday, we just have one lasting kind of line of showers and thunderstorms that will be passing in from the hill country and maybe clip areas of Williamson County. So most of the rainfall by about 5:30 p.m. on Thursday will favor those hill country areas. Isolated totals could be up to about 3 inches by then. And then we start to release a little bit more rainfall out towards the east. So the I-35 corridor, as well as points to the east there along the coastal plains by 9 a.m. on Friday, that's when they are expected to pick up most of their rainfall. So again, the best chances are going to be out towards those hill country regions, seeing multiple rounds of rain over the next 48 hours. Austin will see some rain as well, again, mostly for your Thursday afternoon and early evening hours. So we want to make sure we're looking out for flooding. This isn't a major risk for severe weather. This is more so a flooding risk for those hill country areas. So make sure you know your evacuation route, and again, never drive over flooded roadways. 7-day forecast for you guys. Weather impact alert moving into place at midnight tonight, going through early morning on Friday. We'll see drier conditions by Saturday, but we're also tracking another round of rain as we head into early next week.
Let's take another live look over Austin at this 11:30 hour. Nothing right now, but coming up in a few hours, Grace Thornton tells us the western part of our viewing area may get some rain.
Yes, exactly, Jenny. So that's what we're really going to hone in our focus for with this potential flooding event. Now, we're going to see some showers and thunderstorms here in town and out towards the east as well. But the multiple rounds of rain over the next 48 hours are going to mostly favor those Texas Hill Country areas. And yes, for the moment, not much is happening. We've got a couple of showers, spot showers, that is, moving into Fayette County and Bastrop County at the moment. Most of the rainfall across the state of Texas is actually just favoring those coastal areas. We've got some spotty activity out towards Houston and down towards Corpus Christi as well. But you can see these two low pressure systems, kind of a leftover one from earlier this week. These will both sort of congeal in a way and move a lot of moisture further east as we head into the next 24 hours. So it's not here just yet, but as we move into the overnight hours tonight, again, our flood watch, that starts at midnight tonight. So we've paused to midnight, but as we head towards 3-4 a.m., we'll start to see those big washes of rain move into the hill country areas. And then as we extend through the morning on Thursday, you'll see a couple more rounds are expected out in the hill country. Again, Austin not seeing too much right now, but our flood risk for Thursday, we've got a level 2 out towards the west of I-35 there, but we also are included in a low end risk here in town. So we'll talk a little bit more about the timeline for the Austin and I-35 area when I come back.
Grace, thank you so much. Today, President
are, anticipating our rainfall for this week. Now, for the moment, not much happening outside. This is going to be an overnight into Thursday, into early Friday event. So we're just a few hours out from seeing some activity across the region. For now, just a couple of light areas of very light rainfall. Not sure this is even making it to the ground here towards Austin, but we've got a little heavier precipitation to the north of Houston right now. A couple of things coming in on our radar, just spotty, sprinkly activity north of Hallettsville now, stretching into LaGrange and Bastrop. But other than that, here in downtown, not seeing any of that, just some cloud cover overhead and very bright. So that sunshine is certainly out there. It's just, lingering between those clouds. You can see that from our Westlake Hills cam. Very muggy, kind of dreary look to downtown there. So let's talk about our flood watch. This goes into effect at midnight tonight, extends through 6 a.m. on Friday. Our I-35 corridor areas are included in this flood watch because we are expected to get rain to move through the metro area. But most of the threat, or at least the highest amount of rainfall and the most rounds of rain, will actually be favoring our hill country region. So as we head through our Wednesday here, not much is going to happen as we head through the afternoon, just still very spotty, sprinkly conditions. It won't be until overnight tonight we start to see our first couple of rounds of rain out towards those hill country regions, mainly Mason, Llano, and Gillespie County. That continues through most of the morning on Thursday. And then as we head into the afternoon and early evening hours on Thursday, that's when that rainfall finally kind of, almost breaks free from the hill country and moves closer to the I-35 corridor. So by dinner time past, I would say my timeline for this is going to be from 5 to 8 p.m. That's kind of what I'm giving it at the moment. That is when most of that rainfall will move past the I-35 corridor. So if you're making your way home from work or school, or you're going to be out on the roadways, just make sure you are, preparing yourself for potentially heavy rainfall, which could limit visibilities. And of course, we're watching for flooded roadways as well. By 4 a.m. on Thursday, we're watching one singular round of rain to go back into the hill country, another round for them. I think that's their third round or so. So most of the rainfall will actually favor those areas west of I-35 by 5:30 p.m. on Thursday. And then then again, after 5 p.m. on Thursday, that's when we start to get a better wash of rain from Austin up to Williamson and even spreading up towards Milam County there. So most of the rain favoring those not I-35, hill country areas. Then we're talking about I-35 for the afternoon and evening hours on Thursday. And then we're talking about just kind of that leftover rainfall chance for our coastal plains. So Thursday, flood outlook is going to be risen up to a level 2 for those hill country regions. I-35 corridor, kind of a mix between 1 and 2 for that threat there. And our severe weather threat is actually going to be generally sort of low for the whole of our area there. So rounds of rain, again, late tonight, early morning tomorrow is when this starts. Goes through Friday morning, and we have a flood risk for the hill country mostly, and that severe threat will go for all of our counties. So just remember your flooding tips: turn around, don't drown, never, go through flooded roadways, seek higher ground, and just kind of make sure you are weather aware. So over the next couple of days here, Thursday into Friday, weather impact alert in place and watching for more rain as we head into next week.